everybody, it's Theresa again. Today I'm going to be doing a soap to where I'm going to test out my purple colorants. Today I will be testing out 4 purple colorants, and they will be Orchard Ultramarine powder from Wholesale Supplies Plus, purple pigment powder for Wholesale Supplies Plus, Bunchberry purple dye powder from Wholesale Supplies Plus, and matte lavender ultramarine also from Wholesale Supplies Plus. I've got samples of all of those purples, so I'm going to give them a test. If you watch my last 2 videos, you know that I had some issues with purple. So with my purple, it went to like one went to like a brownish rose color, and another went to like a wine color. And I thought that they weren't going to be purple, and they turned out that they were purple. But I had altered them with some liquid colorant from Hobby Lobby. So I decided that I'm going to do a batch with the purples. I'm going to measure them out, and I'm going to see if that will help me figure out if any of my purples will actually morph into a pretty purple without any extra help. So if you hear squeaking, my little brother is upstairs, so that's what you're hearing. I'm going to add my lye, but I'm going to strain it to make sure that the salt and sugar, whoops, actually I'm skipping a step. I haven't added in my additives, which is my kale and clay, castor oil, sodium lactate, all of that lovely stuff. There's also vitamin E and aloe in there. I always add that first and stir it up because, well, I don't know, that's just how I do it. Alright. So now I'm going to strain in my lye. Very slowly as to not spill it on myself. Alright. Just a second while I douse that down with vinegar. As I've said many times, when I first started watching soap videos on YouTube, I noticed that a lot of people recommended using vinegar to kind of neutralize the lye, and it stuck with me, it's ingrained in me, and that's what I do. So I have all of that in there. I am kind of soaping a little different today, mostly because I made soap late last night and I haven't even cleaned up from it yet. So I'm using old school equipment. Going back to the basics, and this is a tiny batch, so I'm looking for emulsification, but I'm trying not to take it to trace. Hold on just a second. I had to pause. I heard my dog outside the door. My little brother came down and she followed him. So I'm just still looking for emulsification here. I think I'm good. I'm going to move this closer to the light so I can see. Yeah, I'm good. And I'm going to be splitting this off into 5 colors. I've got 4 purples, and I'm going to do a white. So, this is a small batch, so this should be interesting, and I'm going to use a scale to make sure that I get it right. or as close to right as possible. So that was a little more than I wanted in that, but it'll live. Okay. I'm also soaping with one of my husband's old shirts on because I was mixing up my lye and got something on me. So okay, so I'm not going to have as much white as I want it, but that's okay. We'll just make do with what we got, because that's just how the cookie crumbles, right? So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put the remaining oils that are in here into my white. I knew this was going to be a stretch because I'm only doing a small batch, so I knew it would be difficult. Excuse me, my eye is burning. I didn't get lye in it, in case you're wondering. It's just my eyes tend to burn a lot. I don't really know why. I do wear glasses, so I'm not really sure that has anything to do with it or not. Okay, and I also forgot to put my fragrance oil into my soaps. So I'm going to divvy that up now, just because I don't want to forget. I have done that in the past, and I don't want to forget it. So yeah, I made soap last night, so like every single thing I have, my normal equipment, is dirty. It's a bit annoying, but it's not that bad. I'll make do. Alright, so we're gonna mix up this purple. And this was the matte purple. Set that aside. Mix up my white a little bit. Now it's got the fragrance in it. This is the lavender ultramarine. It's a beautiful gray color. Not. It's gray, but it's not beautiful. Not in my opinion, anyway. This is the bunch berry. It's called Bunchberry Purple Dye Powder. It looks blue. And now for the Orchard, which is one of the ones I used yesterday. They got me that like lightish pinkish purple in the soap. You can see it. It's called, the making is called Painfully Lavender, and the cutting is called Playfully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a whiz. I'm going to give each one of a whiz, and then I'm just going to get them, put them in the soap. Set that over there. It's a little speckly, and I'm not really sure why it's doing that. But here we go. In it goes. And that is the bunch berry in the mold. I'm going to do my best not to break them through, have it break through the layer before it, but there's not much I can do if it does. This has some specks in it. And I'm not sure what those specks are from. A little concerned about those specks. Not really sure what they're from. I'm not really sure what those specks that I'm seeing are from. I don't know if it's from the fragrance I used or what. But I double checked to make sure my lye was completely dissolved. So we will see. Now, I'm going to pour this on the back of the spoon. I think it broke through, which is really not what I had intended. But there's not much I could do about that. And this is the matte purple, in case you're wondering. I think it broke through on me. That really is not what I had hoped for. But oh well. Oh well. This is just really just a quick soap to test out these colorants. Because I want to know if I have one that's capable of making a decent purple. Oh yeah, they're mixing up a little down there. That's really not what I wanted. Oy vey. That's okay, we'll make do. I'm really concerned about those specks. I'm not really sure what those specks are. Alright, next is going to, I think what I'm seeing is some ricing from that fragrance oil. I am 99.9% sure that's what that is. That is ricing. It is, that fragrance oil has rised in my soap. I'm not really exactly sure how to explain ricing. I don't really know what exactly causes it, but I am under the impression that it has something to do with, basically it's like a partial seize. It's seizing little pieces of the soap. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's the fragrance oil is ricing my soap, which isn't great, but it's not the end of the world. So in order to keep from it's still got some ricing in it. But in order to keep from breaking through, I'm going to try to spoon this in. I can't see the other side, so let me actually turn you this way so that I can kind of see what I'm doing in here. Whoops. It don't have to be perfect because I am going to swirl this soap with a hanger, but I would like to have actual layers of the colors if possible. That kind of got on the side. Got a mess going on here. I know when I watch other people's soap and they've missed a spot, I'm like, oh, I hope they find that. Ooh, I hope they find that. I will turn it and look before I stop layering the white. Oh, this shirt. I really, really need to get a second apron. I've not ever had lye splash on me that way. That's why you're supposed to wear protective clothing, gloves, all that. I was staring at my water lye solution, and it just popped right out of the container. And I have a tall container that just popped right out of there, right on my shirt. So I'm just cleaning up the sides because I want to try it. Like I said, I want to try to make layers. So, all right. I'm going to keep all the rest of that for later. And here, can you see that ricing? Those little specks, you see that's the soap has riced. And that's due to the fragrance oil. And I will, in just a second, I will tell you what fragrance oil that was. Well, I know what that fragrance oil is. It is Apple Blossom. And it came from candlemaking.com. So I've used it before, but I used it in a much smaller quantity. So this one, I have about a pound of oils here, give or take a little, and I used half an ounce rice an entire batch. If I'd used the whole ounce like I was supposed to, I would have probably seized this soap. I don't know. It may have just rice. It is accelerated just a little bit, I think. It's not too bad. But, alright, so I'm about to add the lavender. I think I've gotten most of the ricing out. Usually if your soap rices, if you just beat it with your stick blender, just mix it, you can ease that ricing. So we're going to spoon this on. I say it's okay if it goes into the soap a little, but I am trying to prevent it from going too deeply because I do want layers. And by spooning it, I can control a little better how it's going to lay on the soap. this isn't the best video. This is definitely not an instructional video. This is just me testing out my purples, really. And I just need to see if I have a purple in my stash that will actually make purple before, because the purples that I got yesterday were really pretty, but as I said, I had added some other stuff to it. So I need really to just see if the purple, if any of these will make purple on their own without without me doing anything to them. This soap will be oven processed. So, alright, so you can see this one has riced as well. I hope that'll focus. It has riced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get as much off as I can off my spatula. And I'm going to wipe off my stick blender. Usually I wouldn't bother wiping off the stick blender as much as I have been during the soaping session, but I'm trying to not contaminate each of the soaps with the other colors. So I'm going to stick blend this one a little. Try to beat that, mix out that ricing. My first one in here is going to have some of that ricing texture in it. It doesn't make this so bad, it's just not aesthetically pleasing. So, oops, I knocked over my glitter. Oopsie. Fishing for another spoon here. Okay, I'm going to, this is the Orchard. Going to spoon it on top here. This one gave me a pinkish color yesterday, so I don't expect that it's gonna be, it's pink now, so I don't expect that it's gonna be too much different than what I got yesterday. I mean, it will be different because I did mix other colors in, but I don't expect it's going to be too different. Alright, so apparently I did not use enough of these. I did not make enough soap for this mode. I don't use this mode much. This is the with a liner. I don't use much. This is the 2-pound Elf mode from Brambleberry, and for my normal batch I don't use it because it's a little too it's not wide enough, a little too skinny, I guess you could say. It's only forgive me why I think it's 3 inches across, and I like my bars to be a little wider than that. So, but I thought it would be great for this, but obviously I have misjudged how much oils I needed for this batch. So, alright, now I'm going to drizzle on the remaining white on top here. I'm going to be putting all the colors back on. I'm going to, because it's so low, But it was important that those first layers actually try to be somewhat separate, because obviously I needed to be able to see them, see what colors they were going to be. And even though I'm going to hanger swirl this soap, I fully believe that I'll be able to still see the individual, because I'm not gonna swirl it to death. So I think I'll be able to easily see. And then I have this video for reference, since I did not write down which one I was doing first. I don't know why, but I'm going to clean up the sides here. These are definitely, there's going to be short, skinny bars. Oy. Alright. So, I'm going to swirl this just a little. I'm just going to swirl them in just a little there. And then okay, it's not ready to do that. I'm going to pause and let that harden up a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to go ahead and sculpt this up as much as it will allow. What am I doing? I haven't even done my hanger swirl. Oh, gracious me. Alright. So, this is the first time I've attempted a hanger swirl, and I almost forgot. Lord. Alright, so gracious me. Alright. Let's tap that down. Run my spoon down this side. Alright. Alright, so I'm just going to the little thing that I do my tops with is upstairs. So I'm just gonna swirl it around a little. Just try to give it some texture on the top. That's gonna be good. We're gonna call that done, because it's probably a mess and I'll probably not even be able to tell what color is what anymore. Glitter, glitter, glitter makes everything better, right? I can't say that I feel like I'm gonna be very proud of this one, but hopefully I'll be able to test the colors. So that's it. That's all we're doing today. Sorry for the mess. Thank you for watching. Happy soaping. Bye-bye.